It's 12 o'clock noon here in Viking land, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for your daily dose of news and announcements, and it all starts in 3, 2, 1. On today's show, Dr. Martin Luther King Day wasn't a day off for HF students. See how they spend quality time in their own community. Plus, see how a club here at HF has raced its way onto one of the coolest activities you'll ever see. All that, plus the latest in HF news, is coming your way on Viking Television. Good morning, HF. Thanks for joining us today for the VTV show. I'm Kenneth Powell. A full lineup on tap today, so let's not waste any time getting started. Here's Corey McMillan and Jalen White with the latest HF news.
Thanks, Kenneth. The school has seen a lot of activity in the past week, and we've got you covered with this news update.
And it all started at lunch on Monday afternoon. Students in the South Cafeteria were surprised to be joined by a team from Power 92.3 FM. The radio station was here to celebrate MLK Day and use music, spoken word, and rap to make their point to the students. Radio personality Lil Tiff thought the time spent at HF was productive.
And I think we were very impactful at this school because Homewood Flossmoor doesn't have a lot of opportunities like this to interact and have fun, and we just brought something new and something flavorful.
While some students were getting down in the cafeteria, others were dressed up in business attire and participating in formal interviews conducted by the Exelon Corporation. Each year, Exelon visits HF to interview prospective summer interns who will work for the company in their research department. Because these internships are paid, they are highly sought after, making the interview process critical in choosing the right students.
It's really about just kind of being honest about yourself and what you can do. It's a lot easier to kind of tell it as it is than to make things up and try to pretend you're something you're not.
HF was recently visited by an alumni who was recognized around the world as being an important figure in Olympic history. Dr. Shun Adigan, who graduated from HF in 2005, started the Nigerian women's bobsled team and participated in the 2018 Olympics in South Korea. She has been named the 2018 Nigerian Sportswoman of the Year, and the Special Olympics has recognized her as a special ambassador. She came to HF to tell her story and inspire others to follow their dreams.
I'm also very proud of my ability to remain humble in all of the things that I continue to strive to achieve in life and to share that same spirit with other people who want to achieve great things in life.
Just one sports score in from the weekend. The boys basketball team lost to Bolingbrook by the score of 65-60. The loss takes the Vikings to 19-6 on the season, but more importantly, puts them a game behind the Brook in the SWSC with only one conference game remaining. That opponent is Sandburg on Tuesday night.
That's your news update. For Jalen White, I'm Cora McMillan.
Thanks, guys. Sounds like the Vikings will have a big game on Tuesday. Looks like we got a lot of work to do. Speaking of work, HF has a number of students who chose to forego the day off and work in the community on Dr. Martin Luther King Day. VTV's Josie Backus has the story.
On Monday, January 21st, HF students had the day off school in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. However, many HF students took the initiative to use this day to volunteer in the community.
MLK Day, it's a day of service, so it's super important that we're all out here helping our community and making it a better place. So what we're doing today is we're sorting seed packets so that we can create a seed library at the Flossmoor Library. It'll be really cool to see all of these new gardens pop up in the spring.
Just down the street, volunteers at Western Avenue Elementary collected children's books to advocate for literacy awareness.
Not everyone has the ability or the resources to read, so I'm blessed to be able to volunteer and show kids and everyone around that reading is important.
So I've read with a couple kids already, and we've just had a great time. And they love reading, and I love reading with them. So it's just been really fun and a really good experience.
At IJP School, volunteers made over 75 blankets for the homeless.
So today we're here at Feel the Warmth, which is a charity event where you tie blankets that we give to the homeless and those in need. And I think it's a really great project that we do because blankets are one of the most needed things and they can be pretty expensive. So I think it's a really great project to come out and help those stay warm in the winter. And so I think it's a great thing to do on MLK Day, whether you go to Feel the Warmth or any of the other charities. It's always good to give back.
The volunteers discussed the importance of honoring Martin Luther King.
It's good to be giving and give your time to things that are important because that's what Martin Luther King would do, and I think that's how we can make his legacy live on.
Everybody has to do their part to give back to the community in some way or another, no matter how big or small it is.
I feel like it's really important, especially when I wouldn't be doing anything else but sitting at home because we have a day off. It's important to get out and give back to our community, but also the communities that need our help.
With representation at over 15 service projects around the area, HF can proudly say its students made a positive difference that day and honored the spirit of Martin Luther King. For VTV, this has been Josie Backus.
A special thanks goes out to everyone who spent their day off helping out. So great to see our students getting involved in the community and lending a helping hand. Finally, today, we're talking race cars. Now I know when most of you think race cars, the last thing that comes to mind is high school students. Not the case in this story. Check it out and see what I mean.
Racing, to me, it's my hobby, it's my passion.
Well, racing, it's just about coming out and having fun.
We're here at Byron Raceway in Byron, Illinois, in the high school drag racing class, competing with our car. We are the only high school sponsored drag race vehicle in the state.
For us, it's bracket racing, so it's based on points and how accurate you are. So you dial in at a certain number, which means what you expect to go, and then you want to get as close to that number as possible. If you go under or over, you could possibly get disqualified or you get a DNF, so it doesn't count for your points.
It's more than just racing. I tell them 1% of it is getting down the track. 99% is building the relationships, learning leadership skills, management, and organization. They learn a lot more in the shop than they do out here.
It's always been racing. I always love watching it on TV. I follow mostly all the professional leagues or divisions of motorsports, and drag racing's never really been something I've watched, but man, there's nothing else like being at the racetrack on a Saturday morning like this. The smells, the people, the cars, the sounds, the speed, it's so incredible. If I didn't have to go to college and I had all the money in the world, I'd be doing this for a living. This is for everybody that worked on it. It's so great, and I hope everybody can see the videos, they see the times, and I just want to succeed for them. I want to make sure that that their work doesn't go in vain.
Without our team, without our family, then we wouldn't be able to run for racing. So to me, racing is my family, it is my home.
Man, I got to get involved in that club. That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow for another edition of the VTV Show. For Cora McMillan, Jalen White, and everyone here at VTV, I'm Kenneth Powell.